Let's talk nutrition real quick. So, I know the carnivore diet, even if you look up the definition of carnivore, it means eat flesh. Now, I couldn't imagine taking a bite out of my forearm or any of y'all for that matter. And when you feel like zombie movies, you know, like, oh, or of the ones where the people have gotten into that state where ain't no fresh food around, so they're like, we gonna trap somebody, especially remember in the book of Eli? Hey, like this here. You lure him in, we gonna be cannibals. But isn't that interesting? A cannibal and a carnivore. Isn't that crazy how the differences is? What the difference is or how different it can be? So let's think about this for a second. When you think about carnivore and you apply it to that of a human, you think that person's not eating flesh, but they are eating meat. Especially if they are doing things based on a carnivore diet. Like, hey, I'm gonna eat more things that are enriched or meat-based. Well, your dog, does it need raw food? It benefits from it. I know for a fact I'm a believer in the raw diet. I've used it. I've watched my dog grow. Then I picked up a few more books. And then I went and read a few more studies. So I say, there's more to this. It's just not that straightforward. So let's try to make it make sense. Especially so we can all do better. There are dogs who live till 20 plus years old in other countries who just eat table food. And table food, oh, that's bad for your dog. That's a lie. I'll repeat, and I've said this in many other episodes. Dogs have been around for 35,000 plus years. You think they've been making dog food that long? Of course not. Go do your research, but I don't even think dog food's more than 130 years old. Slaves have been here longer than dog food. So, one of the things that we want to be mindful of while we're putting all this stuff together is, how does it work? Got some turkey here I'm gonna make for the dogs a little bit later. We've got some quinoa over here soaking. We know that the dogs, and it says in the book, they have very little amylase and no carb requirements. A carb requirement doesn't mean the dog can't use carbs. And you'll learn this if you eat meat. Thing is, you can't overdose on protein. What you can do, and we know for a fact, that red meats increase the risk of pancreatic cancer. I remember the first time I saw a dog that could get cancer. My grandmother used to clean houses for 35 years, and Miss Haynes had a white dog. Maybe it was a Bichon, I didn't know at the time. But that dog had cancer, and she was paying about $3,000 a month to keep that dog alive and to treat it. Baffling, man. I go, you know what black people say when somebody a different color, I ain't even gonna go there, but I'm gonna go there. It's paying that much for their dog. She's tripping. She better put that nigga to rest. And now I'm like Miss Haynes, because I'd pay anything to keep these dogs alive, and I have. I have. It's just not that simple. Not when you're invested, and the dog is invested in your life, and it betters your life. It calms you down. My buddy Ruben said something very quick, very, and it's always going to stick with me, and I encourage you to do so. He said, you want to know how impactful that dog is to your life? Take your blood pressure on a morning that dog's not there. And take it when it is there. You're a little bit nervous. Anxiety's up a little bit more. Stress is hitting a little different in the morning when your dog ain't with you. You go, man, where's my dog at? That dog will calm you down. It's a true story. So when I'm putting out this nutrition information, we're training dogs, we're working the dogs. We're eventually going to be taking their blood post-workout, before workouts, spinning things down, learning exactly how food impacts them, both cook and raw. I'm going to take you along this journey and better everything. But as I base most of my meals off of good old turkey. Turkey, great ratio as far as fat to protein. It's a very balanced meat. Other thing it has that amino in there that helps the dogs go to sleep, that taurine. It gets you like this. So I like to feed them sometime during the evening before they go to bed, but here's the kicker. I actually think now that you should feed the dog in the morning and let it sleep through the night. And that's because I start reading about autophagy and the importance of those cells recycling themselves in a way that they're healing, creating new cells, and keeping the dog vivacious and young. So if the dog is growing at night, does it need the food to grow, or does it need cell rehabilitation? And if it has the food in the morning, we just got a few more questions to answer. And I'm going to take you down that journey as well. But nutrition is one of those things that can prevent a lot of problems. So, stay tuned, take care of your dogs, like, subscribe, share. T for here, Fit Bully TV signing off.